The University of Ghana, like many higher learning institutions, has a stack of individuals who have gained knowledge and gone on to do great exploits. Young people enter these tertiary institutions with a bag of dreams and the sole aim of learning for the future in order to continue a family heritage or change the story of their families. Many of our tertiary institutions in Ghana are noted for the sciences, the social sciences, the humanities, but few seamlessly incorporate sports and other courses. While several universities in Ghana offer this opportunity for athletes to combine sports and still pursue any other course of their choice, it is the University of Ghana that has stood out in the last decade. Through the University of Ghana Sports Fund, commonly referred to as the UG Pass, sportsmen and women who meet the academic requirements are enrolled in the school to motivate, support, and facilitate their education. The scholarship is awarded on an annual basis and is available to undergraduate students only, both freshmen and continuing students. Over the last few decades, the likes of Benjamin Azamati, Isaac Botu, Rashid Saminu, and Grace Obuo have all been beneficiaries of this program. I paid a visit to the University of Ghana Sports Directorate, under which this special initiative is run, to find out how prospective students can get this educational opportunity. The Senior Assistant Registrar for the Sports Directorate, Mr. Augustine Amisari, explains to me how senior high school graduates can benefit and tap into this special program, which is the only of its kind in Ghana.
We are very deliberate as to how we get our athletes to come into the university. First of all, we have a policy we call the UG Path, University of Ghana policy for athletes. So what we do is that, until recently, before COVID, school sports, we have our coaches comb around all the country, throughout the country, where there are super zonal competitions. So we are able to identify very good and promising talent. At that point, they haven't written their WASI. So we work with them. Those that are able to make the WASI grade, we facilitate their admission. Legon is such that Legon will not back down on the minimum entry requirement when it comes to admissions. It doesn't matter your sporting talent. And so when we identify those students, if you meet the minimum entry requirement, then we are able to support you get admission. Then once you come in, we have scholarship scheme in place. Those outstanding athletes, we ensure we give them some scholarship to support them, and the coaches are always on hand 24/7 to help in their development.
To have a better understanding of this special program, I also spoke to the Director of Sports of the University of Ghana, Dr. Bella Bello Bitugu, and he shared insights of the initiative.
The whole story about our contribution, about our intervention in the area of sport development is that of a concerted effort, focused vision, delayed consumption or gratification, and patient and silent investment towards the future. Those are the philosophies within which we operate. A lot of institutions try to go and get athletes under whatever circumstance, sportsmen and women, to participate for them during perhaps GUSA competition, just for them to be declared winners and champions. For us, what we intend to do is we want to do something which has sustainability, not just go get some athletes from somewhere, runs, jumps, throws, kicks for you, and then it is over. But we want to get it, groom them from the grassroots with the changing educational system, where students, some even as young as 16, are coming into the university. These are the years when we can call their formative, which we can call their formative years. And that is when we need to empower them, train them, and be able to prepare them for national and other assignments. So we go to the senior high schools through our University of Ghana policy. for the admission of athlete students, complemented by the University of Ghana Sport Fund, the only one of its kind in any public universities in Ghana. And for us to get these talented athletes to come, and we then design special program for them, give them admission on concessionary basis. University of Ghana is mainly oversubscribed in terms of applications, but we try to give the athletes, talented athletes, very, very conducive entry requirements. Of course, it is within the national, the Ghana GTEC, Ghana Tertiary Council requirements. And then we give them the necessary training, exposure, development, etc.
Mr. Bruce-Okai, the head of athletics at the University of Ghana, explains how students are scouted and how the school helps them gain admission and secure the scholarship.
The first thing, we look at performance, because at that level we know they don't have enough training and the skill might not be so good. So we look at your performance and we look at your skill and we look at those who are trainable. So I think those are the basic things we look for. The University of Ghana in the first place has a policy to help develop sportsmen in general. So we go out and look for talents, and it isn't just about training them to run, but we know with athletes, you can't always be an athlete forever. So we come here, we try to support them with their education, and then we try to develop the sports they are playing or whatever sports they are into. And usually we have challenges with maybe some of their coaches. Some of them want to go to other schools, and there's a competition because of the GUSA games and so on. But we try to do our best, and then we get those who want. And usually with the University of Ghana, we look for those who are coming fresh out of SHS. Some people go for athletes who are already national champions and so on, but we like to develop them from roots, and we have a few like that who are doing very well.
I then spoke to Aziz Muhammad, a former student of Infansipim School, on what attracted him to the University of Ghana and how special the UG Pass initiative is.
I'll say, in the first place, when I was in high school, I was dreaming, like after my high school, I'll come to University of Ghana. So there was one day that I think my final year or level 200, we went for Spazonas. So after the Spazonas, I had a call that they have scouted me, so I have to come for UG Pass. The UG Pass is a program that they organize for all the sports people, both men and women, to come and participate. So if you qualify, not just qualify, because University of Ghana is University of Ghana, so they have set a standard that both academically and your career too, you have to master all. So they check if you qualify, then they pick you. So, and I was fortunate, I was lucky, so I was part. But what actually attracted me to come here was when I was in high school. It seems like most of the top athletes wanted to come here. Why? Because it's a gateway for them to leave the country. That was the main reason why I came here.
I also spoke to Isaac Botu, a former beneficiary of the UG Pass initiative, who is now at West Texas A&M in the United States of America, on the benefits of the program.
So I would say University of Ghana, they are doing tremendously for athletes in Ghana. They are supporting athletes through, UG Pass. I was a beneficiary. I was scouted 2020 or 2019, if I can recall. Coach Elom, I was fourth. But Coach Elom didn't pick the first, second, third. He saw something in me. I was fourth, so he picked me, and he knew, when he worked with me, we achieved a lot. We will be great. So from then, he picked me up, and everything started moving out for us. So UG Pass has been a great supportive in my career in University of Ghana, and also to Legon Creative Athletics Club. I think they are the main hand in my travel and main hand in my process and everything in the US. So in a extent gratitude, I will give it to both UG Pass, University of Ghana, and Legon Creative Athletics Club, and all the individuals who supported me to come where I am right now, to be where I am right now.
Some of these qualified student athletes who get into the UG Pass make the most of this opportunity and after at least 3 years transfer to schools across the world to fine-tune their sporting abilities. However, while these students get to live their dreams and achieve big things, the University of Ghana loses out ultimately. Dr. Bella Bello Bitugu reveals the headache the school experiences in losing their top athletes to schools across the globe and what measures they have put in place to also benefit from their departure.
Fantastic. That is a very, very good question. That is a question we ourselves keep asking ourselves, and that is a question we have tried to address. We have realized that, and in a particular academic year, losing 7 athletes, and those athletes are all, apart from one, all of them are in the national team, and that even that particular one would have made it after some exercise because the COVID actually slackened the effective training schedule that that athlete has been going through. So we realized that. So what we have done now is, as a first step, you know, when we admit you through the UG Pass, University of Ghana policy on the admission of athletes, for the admission of athlete students, when we give you scholarship, if you are a beneficiary, it used to be, you know, a kind of a one way we give it to you and that is all. But now what we have done, it's in conjunction with senior management, in consultation with the legal office of the university, there is now a clause in the arrangement where the student, the beneficiary, has to sign that in the event that that particular student goes or is poached or is scouted or is admitted to other universities based on his or her performance or even to another club, we are entitled to some compensation. And we are asking the compensation not only to be in the form of cash, but it could be in kind. For example, it could be in the form of equipment, it could be in the form of exchange program with that particular institute or institution. It could be also in the form of a training of trainers or exchange of resource persons, coaches, technical persons, and the rest. So this is what we have started doing this year.
I then spoke to Dr. Bitugu on what next for the University of Ghana.
We also like to ask the whole nation to support this purpose, this African Games campaign, this African Games initiative, and to also to the whole public, I would like to say that sport provides so much more than what we see on the ground. It's not waste of time, it's not waste of resources, it's not stupid people who go to do sports, excuse me my French, but sports is a very, very viable institution, contributes 2% of GDP of the world. In Africa, only 0.5% because we are underutilizing it, we are under-patronizing it, we are not instrumentalizing it. So let us face sport with a business focus, with a business mind, with an investment mind, and say, look, this is a huge institution after gold, oil, medication, whatever, it is sport. So let us try what we can to support, to promote, and to enhance it.
So this is the story of the University of Ghana Sports Fund, an initiative geared towards helping student athletes gain an education and still focus on sports. From the University of Ghana, my name is Bernardo Say, reporting.